Hey there, Crashbang here, and I am turning dust into bars of metal, which is made possible using a Macerator. That's this thing over here. Now, how does this work? Well, first of all, you're going to want to do the stuff that I explained in the first two videos before you try making a Macerator, because you're going to need a bunch of things that you won't have otherwise. You will need to make use of NEI to look up your recipes, but there's some things that aren't explained readily just by looking at NEI. For example, let's look up Macerator. So here's a Macerator, and oh look, there's the recipe. Well, this looks fairly straightforward. We need 3 flint, we need 2 cobblestone, a machine block, which if we click on that, it's just refined iron. Refined iron. Oh, wait, it's not telling us how to make refined iron. It's telling us how to make things out of refined. Oh, there we go. So, refined iron is made by smelting iron twice. If you smelt iron twice, you get refined iron. I guess it's a more purified version of iron, which is actually sort of based off of, like, real life, just because the more times you melt a metal down and recast it, the more impurities you burn out of it. So, it actually gets... Recycling metal makes the metal better, basically. So this is just going to be 8 refined iron. And I realized I was saying 8 iron in the previous video every time we were supposed to use 7. That's because math is hard and I'm an idiot. But never mind about that.
No
and what really confused me at first was this electronic circuit, which on one hand it's fairly straightforward. Refined iron, I already explained how to make that. Redstone, that's basic vanilla stuff. And copper cable. Okay, well, how do we make copper cable? Click on that. We need 3 copper ingots or bars. Ingots and bars, it just depends on whether or not you're making it from the dust. So far as Minecraft Feed the Beast is concerned, bars and ingots are interchangeable so far as what recipes you can use them for. And you also need 6 rubber. Okay, well, how do I get rubber? Let's show how to do that. First, I'm going to need a tree tap, which there's a bunch of tree taps that you can make. I'm just going to go basic.
At least to give you an idea.
And just use a bunch of wood planks to make a tree tap. There we go. I might have to kill something outside. I keep hearing a spider somewhere.
Probably up in the top of the part of the house that keep trying
probably.
to
Our ugly, ugly house that is not done yet because we keep getting distracted doing other things. Oh, look, there he is. Hey, buddy. How you doing up there? Hello? Hello? You're not coming down?
He's not.
Oh, there you are. Hello. He's not even aggroed. He's just having a grand old time. I need your string. And apparently a spider eye, but whatever. Okay, so now that I have a tree tap, I need to find. It would be nice if they had maple trees in the game because then I could make delicious maple syrup. But no, never mind. I need to find rubber trees, which I have been finding them and planting them here, so I have a bunch of rubber trees ready to go. And on rubber trees, anywhere on the surface of their logs, if the tree is still actually like alive, you didn't just cut the blocks up and put them someplace else. You will have these orange spots appear, and if you have a tree tap and you right click on them, you get basically sticky resin, and the amount you get can vary. They do fly through the air, so have fun trying to catch them. If you don't catch them, you can pick them up off the ground.
It is nighttime, so beware.
Yeah, I see it's nighttime, but previously I was like throwing torches everywhere, so it should be relatively safe. Not completely, but you know.
Yeah, if I hear you go boom,
then you will have every right to. Now, what I will often do, and what a lot of people do for rubber trees, is we'll take the leaves off of the sides of the trees, but we'll leave the ones on top. Keeps the trees thinking that they're still alive, and at the same time, it's a great way to get more rubber saplings so we can plant more rubber trees. Okay, now that I have a lot of sticky resin, let's go back inside. And basically, all you gotta do is get that tin out of there. You take your sticky resin and you place it right in a furnace and it turns it into rubber. So that's explained. And then I can make copper wires, and I can make circuits, and I can make macerators, and I put the macerator down and I say, okay, now what? I have no idea what to do here. Well, the macerator needs power. And one of the easiest ways to get power early in the game is to make a generator. So let's look up how to make a generator. Well, the problem with that is all these things have stats on them talking about what kind of power they give to a generator. So they all show up. Anything that you can burn shows up when you do a search for generator. But here's a basic generator. We can make electric geothermal generators too, but this is the basic one. And oh look, there's our old friend refined iron again. An iron furnace, which I talked about before. Or we could go machine block and regular furnace, which I think might use a little more iron.
It uses more than
yeah.
iron.
So this is the better way to do it. And on top we need a rechargeable battery, which is not letting us click on that. So let's just type in battery. There we go. And here's all the different batteries. A rechargeable battery. It's made from tin, redstone, and that copper cable again. So, you know, make plenty of copper cable.
Variety of different, it's like tin ingots.
Well, yeah, it's tin, ingots and bars, so far as Feed the Beast is concerned, are the same thing. Yeah. The only difference is whether or not they are made with dust or the regular ore. Okay, so once you've made a generator, plop it down right next to your macerator. And so long as you have fuel in here, it will run the macerator whenever the macerator has something it can macerate, or basically chew up. It has a power reserve here, so even if it runs out of fuel, it'll keep going until this power reserve is used up. You can take a rechargeable battery and stick it here, and it'll keep that battery charged also. So if you're doing something that, well, if you're using a tool that requires recharging, you can take whatever that rechargeable thing is and you can throw it in here and it'll charge up inside the generator too. Now I also put a hopper, which you can look up that recipe, and not enough items as well, on top, so I can, if I finish a mining run and I have a whole bunch of different types of ore that I want to macerate, I can throw them all up here. It'll start feeding down into the macerator immediately, put them in here, and it'll chew them up and put them here. I got a little fancy and I put some piping here and powered that. I'll explain that in another video, so that anything that comes through here, when it's done, it goes into this box down here. Now something to keep in mind is a macerator will not chew up every type of ore that's there. It'll chew up a lot of them. It'll chew up iron, you know, gold, silver, copper, tin, and forcisium is a different name when it's in ore form, and I don't remember that right off the top of my head, but it'll chew those up and spit them out. However, if you find lead or aluminum or ferrous ore, which is really weird because ferrous is Latin for iron, so this should really be iron, but it's not, but whatever. Tungsten and cinnabar, they look like regular ores that you could throw in a macerator, but they don't work. So what would happen is I put them in the hopper because I forget about that. They go down to the macerator and they basically clog the machine. It just stops. It doesn't chew up anything. So I have to go and take them out, and I ended up putting them in this box down here so I could look in here and see, oh, that's right, these things can't be taken care of that way, and I just leave them there as a reminder for myself. Now, once you have enough stuff chewed up, now why would you do this? Oh, by the way, because you get 2 dust for every ore that you put in, so you're basically doubling your output, because I can take, like, this 10 copper dust came from 5 copper ore. And I put this in here, and each dust is going to give me a bar. I've doubled the number of bars I can get from the same amount of material. So it speeds things up. It speeds things up. I can speak. I need my coffee. And makes all of the metal heavy things that you can build and Feed the Beast much easier for you to make. So that's the basics for how to do macerating to double your output and speed things up early in the game. There's more to show, but I'm not going to bother with that right now. I think this video has gone on long enough. I will wait until I can speak again before I will record another one. And until next time, this is Crash Bang and Stormy saying